right, here we go, guys. It's time for pros and cons. Mike, I'll let you go first last time because I am a nice, polite, caring friend here. But after the stunts you pulled earlier, I'm not going to let you have another chance to go. And Lyndon and Tommy, you guys are both jerks too. So, Sonny, you get a start where we go this week. Are we going pros or cons?
Now, come on, Skip. What I do, Skip? Come on now.
You always trying to contradict me, Shannon. You always telling me I'm wrong. You're all for Mike over taking my belt. So in my eyes, you're a jerk.
Come on now, Skip. Come on.
Let's start with pros.
Oh, gosh. You want to talk about Impact right off the bat, ain't you?
And I agree with Sonny on Impact, too, so it's all good.
Well, let's go ahead and get started then. We got 10 minutes. I'm going to mark it on the clock here. Have at her.
I'm pros.
Well, let's start off with Fin Juice from New Japan.
What the hell is a Fin Juice? Is that some kind of drink that you buy over in Japan? What the hell's Fin Juice?
It's David Finley and Juice Robinson. Yep,
Sipping on Fin Juice.
But they are the new Impact Tag Team titles. They defeated the Good Brothers at Sacrifice.
Really?
It was kind of a story of, I guess, the teacher versus the students. The Good Brothers were overly confident and let their guard down and lost their titles. So to me, that's really interesting. I like the partnership with New Japan, and we're going to see implications of that in Impact and in All Elite. So to me, that's a pro for sure.
Okay. Michael Mann hit the nail on the head here for me. He says, when the question is, have y'all seen the question anything about Impact? Nope. That's the answer.
Hey, now.
Hey, I'm with you.
I'm
going to change gears and get us off that travesty of a wrestling show. I really enjoyed the Moxley and Eddie Kingston promo last week on Dynamite. And as you guys know, I've been known to give Eddie Kingston a hard time here on the show.
Right.
But I really enjoyed that. I think he's right where he needs to be now. Maybe it was I just didn't know Eddie Kingston well enough to like him yet. But I kind of like what I'm seeing.
Well, I'm getting ready to know him a little bit more here, John, on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, you are, Tommy. Go ahead and put that over.
Yeah. All right. So Saturday, right here, Rock Hill, South Carolina, Rock Hill Gymnastics at 2:00.
Hold on a second. Let's try that again. That is the worst fucking. Oh, you gotta be cussing. That's the worst promo I've ever heard in my life. He's right here in my living room. No, not here. There, right, North Carolina. Try that again, Tommy. Here we go.
All right. Saturday, March the 20th, 2021, bell time, 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Rock Hill Gymnastics. Got the Rock Hill, South Carolina. We got Eddie Kingston's Grindhouse. It will be on Fight TV. You also can get tickets if you want to come to the show. If you're in the Rock Hill, South Carolina area at pwxpro.com.
I'm not going because it looks like to me Eddie Kingston's trying to give somebody a shocker, and I don't want no part of that.
That's so exciting. That's so cool.
That's not the only thing going on that day down there, is it, Tommy?
No, it is not, because we also got PWX Rise of a Champion at 7:00 p.m. You'll get to see a lot of these guys you're going to see on Dark. Savannah Evans is going to be on Dark tonight. So she'll be there wrestling here this weekend. JD Drake's been on Dark probably about the last month. Jason Cade, the one you picked on me pretty bad on at the beginning of the pandemic, it was on Raw one night. He'll be there. The Rock and Roll Express are going to be special enforcers for the Revolt. That's Caleb with a K there, Sonny. And against the Heat Sinkers will be the challengers. You got Shug D, which is also known as Pineapple Pete. He will be there.
That looks like a great card.
It's going to be a fun card.
Right there.
Once that's filmed, that will be on High Spots, their network. You can get on High Spots for $9.99 a month, and I'm a High Spots member. They got a lot of independent shows. They got some of our stuff from WVCW, Innovate in Tennessee. They got stuff from Canada. They got a whole bunch of stuff on that network. It's really worth the money.
Awesome.
I'll tell you what. No, I ain't even gonna say it. I ain't even gonna say it. I ain't even gonna do it.
Oh, come on. You want to. I know you do.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to be such a mean person. I'm trying to be a nice guy.
Right.
But then you come on the show and you try to put this wrestling over,
Yes.
and you sound like a blubbering fool trying to get the promo over. I try to give you a platform to get yourself over, and this is what you do, Tommy. What the hell, man? I don't understand. I don't understand.
I thought.
I'm pausing now. I paused it so we could put your promo in there. Now we're gonna get started again because now I'm all ramped up, want to talk cons. So let's go ahead and get through this. We got another 8 minutes of pros. I don't know if I got
8 minutes of pros,
but have at it, guys.
All right. How about AEW making fun of the electric death match streamer thing?
That was the smartest thing they could have done, if you ask me.
Oh yeah. Oh heck yeah. Yeah. That was.
I like how they said it was Impact. Like Moxley said, Impact must have paid for that. And then later on, like Don Callis and Omega were like, "Yeah, that was our plan all along." It was a good way to do it, I think.
I was anxious to see how they were going to get out of it because it was obviously a screw up. So,
Yes.
I will say this: another thing I really enjoyed about Dynamite last week, Penta. Lyndon, you may know his full name now, but
Penta Zero Medio.
Yeah, Derek Jones would have said that right off the bat for me. I'm just saying.
Medio.
Beat us in the ring. But anyway, that's the best character work I've seen from him since he's started in All Elite Wrestling, and I want to see more.
Love
I
Penta.
want to see more.
Yes.
That Penta and Cody match is going to be good tomorrow. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
Oh, it's going to be hot fire.
That's going to be a good match tomorrow.
And then you had Spangler's talking for him. What's his name again, Sonny?
Alex Abrahantes.
That's him. That was well done. I can't remember. I'm sure it's happened before where they've had a translator for a wrestler out there, but I thought it was very tastefully done the way they done it last week. I bet you Impact can't do no cool shit like that. I'm just saying.
Bet you they could if they wanted.
Oh, well, Mike Wills, you champion, you. What
yes, sir.
did you like in the wrestling world this week?
I really like the push that Drew McIntyre is getting towards WrestleMania with the stuff that's going on with him and Bobby Lashley and Sheamus. And yes, even throw the Miz in there in the mix. I really like the direction they're going with that. I like the storyline. I like the physicality between these three big brutes going at each other. I really like a monster versus monster match when it comes to that, because that's the way they're playing up Lashley as this undefeatable monster and Drew McIntyre as the, well, like they used to put it, the immovable object, meaning the irresistible force. I'm looking forward to it, and I like the push that they're giving.
I'm going to say this about Drew McIntyre. I'm going to steal from Conor McGregor, but I don't give a fuck about that guy anymore. He had his chance, and he blew it, in my opinion. I don't want to see Drew McIntyre on my TV. I'd rather see The Miz and Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. Of course, if I had my pick, I'd pick Bobby Lashley and Lesnar.
Bro,
but
you're drunk.
I'm not drunk. The Miz is Drew McIntyre does nothing for me. I mean, he looks great, but he had his shot, and I'm over it. Next.
Well, my pro for this week.
What'd you say, Lennon?
I said, well, I only have one pro for this week, like always. Of course, granted impact and everything, but my pro is always going to be Alexa Bliss.
Swing. I mean, yeah. Hello, Alexa.
Yeah.
Oh, my pro always going to be Alexa Bliss. And I'm telling you right now, this Sunday, we're going to see The Fiend on Sunday.
No, we're not.
That's
why would
WWE
do an intergender match? They don't
I was
ever do
getting-
intergender matches. They haven't in a long time.
They did.
Fiend is showing up
They
at
did the Nia
Fastlane.
Jackson Randy Orton thing here a year or two ago, and
Nope.
Yeah, but Nia Jackson
Fiend-
defend herself.
Fiend is showing up on Sunday.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking it'll be
I
another
agree.
cinematic thing, just like they did the last time with the Fiend and John Cena. I think there will be some cinema going on with that.
Mike, you be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Tommy Thomason was trying to talk, and you interrupted him.
No,
I
champ
waited
can
till he
talk.
stopped talking. My apologies,
It's all right.
Tommy. Please continue.
No, you the champ. You go ahead, sir.
No, you shut up, Tommy.
No, that's
you
fine.
take your spot. Don't let him bully you like that. You go.
Your
Your turn.
I was done because I was going to say
You're not dumb.
think
Don't
I'm
say
agreeing
that.
with him. No, I said I was done. She's gonna come out. She's gonna play the music by Pop Goes the Weasel, and it's not gonna be Bobby Heenan. It's gonna be the Fiend.
Okay.
Kenny Dunn agrees. Lyndon, he says Pro, Bliss, and Orton are carrying Raw yet again.
I mean, you have to be realistic. Like Raw wouldn't be anything if Bliss and Orton wasn't carrying this storyline as much as they have. Because
The whole
honestly, there's nothing on Raw like that.
Or
That has
SmackDown.
been like, no, SmackDown been doing good, but Raw's just been like, there's nothing there. So again, I say Bliss.
I wouldn't say
and
SmackDown's been doing good, Lyndon. SmackDown's been doing better than Raw, but I don't know if I'd say
yeah,
they've been doing good.
yeah, they've been doing better than Raw. But yeah, like Alexa, Orton, they've been carrying Raw. So them two gonna need a massage at the end of the day. And then also another pro too
Hold on a
was
second.
of course
Did you just
New
say something
Day.
about Alexa Bliss giving you a massage? What'd you say?
No, her and Randy are going to need massages after the whole storyline done because they've just been carrying Raw.
Oh, I got you.
I know
got
they
you.
back hurting.
I was excited for a second. You was talking about Alexa Bliss and a massage, and I was like, "Whoa, wait, is this on pay per view?"
Ryan Cabrera taking care of that, bro.
Well, I ain't worried
Yeah,
about
she's
you.
already got enough stalkers.
I was about to say her fiance already taking care of that, man.
All right, guys, we got a little bit longer. Who's got some more pros? Anybody?
New Day being 11
You
times.
said you had one pro. You can't throw two pros out in a
That's
row.
my second one.
Oh,
That was my
you said
second
you
one.
had
New
one.
Day.
Tommy, your turn. Tell me
But
a pro.
here's the thing. That's also my con too.
Well, you can't go yet,
I'll
then. You
explain
got to
the
wait
con.
for that. And I'm with you 100%, Shannon. Tommy, you
All
got
right,
more
Skip.
pros?
how about the Darby Allin and Scorpio Sky? They put on a show.
Scorpio to go back to the end of the line now. I'm done with that. They had a good match. They had a good match. There's just been no character work from Scorpio. He's gone for months, and then he comes back all of a sudden, and I'm supposed to care about him? No. Sonny, you got any more pros?
I don't.
Mike, you got any more pros?
No, sir.
Because John, you didn't mention this one. and
Hold on,
nobody's
it's
been
my
talking
turn,
about it.
Landon. I get to talk too. I got pros.
Are you going to say the one I'm thinking you're going to say?
No, I'm going to let you
Happened
have
on
that one.
AEW?
No, I'm going to stay on WWE Raw last night. I thought it was great the way they had Bad Bunny get the title off of him and give it back to R-Truth because it made Bad Bunny look like that much more of a babyface.
Absolutely.
I thought that was
Okay.
very, very well done. Very well done. All right, Lyndon, go ahead and go into your cons there, buddy. I know you want to.
So I will say this, and this was the pro, but nobody's talked about MJF creating his own faction.
That's in my
Underneath
con
the
list. That's
Jericho's
why I
nose.
haven't talked about that. I'm taking over. I'm taking over, Lyndon. That's the last thing AEW needs is another faction. That's the last thing they need. They got
There we go.
They got so many factions in it. They got it's ridiculous how many factions they got in there.
Now hold on, Skip.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me they don't have too many factions.
WWE got a lot of factions too.
I ain't worried about
Skip.
the WWE.
Come on,
I
man.
didn't give up on them sons of bitches years ago. We're talking about All Elite Wrestling. That's my hope in wrestling right now. It ain't Impact. It ain't Ring of Honor. It's not the WWE. AEW is my hope for professional wrestling. Shut up, Timer. I'm talking.
Now, Skip, you got to look at it as we knew that this was coming from MJF. You saw him joining the inner circle, and you only knew that something was going to happen here, Skip. I mean, we can't not acknowledge that. But the fact that he aligned himself with you know, the likes of FTR and Tully Blanchard and Sean Spears. I mean, it's kind of exciting. Do we know what their name's going to be? No.
Yeah, we do.
Not sure on that one.
Yeah, we do.
But I mean, you about to see a war between Inner Circle and MJF's crew. So I mean, hey, let them have all the factions they want there, Skip.
I'm
I
trying to
wanted
remember.
it to be Nick Aldis.
Oh, I sure did.
I was really
See.
disappointed.
Yeah, I knew they were going to go MJF.
I figured it'd been Dustin, or not Dustin, Cody. I figured Cody jump in. Be
Yeah,
like
why
his
not?
daddy
He might,
wants to
as
break the
well
milk.
just book himself all over the top of the card, just like his daddy did.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember
Exactly.
the name. Tomorrow's show was actually taped last week.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember I read about it, and they have a name. MJF's
The
group.
Pinnacle.
That's
Pinnacle.
it. Yeah, there
Pinnacle.
you go.
Pinnacle. Yep.
Which I don't think is a good name, but whatever.
No.
That-
is
That place in Bristol.
terrible.
Something like that, Tommy. I will say this: I did like the swerve at the end of Dynamite last week with the whole MJF. Oh, you got Hill. You about to get your comeuppance? Oh no, not so fast. I did enjoy that, but golly, I don't want to see another faction. It's ridiculous. They're gonna start a faction next week. It's gonna be JR, Tony Schiavone, Sting, and Darby Allin.
and what's
Hey,
the
they
mask
might.
guy?
What's that, Tommy?
The mask guy, Excalibur. Yeah, don't forget Excalibur.
No, he ain't getting in that group. He sucks.
Jeez.
Mike,
He's so bad I couldn't even remember his name.
Mike, you got any other you got any cons, buddy?
Yeah, this may sound weird considering what I was just doing my pro on, but on the SmackDown side, as much as I like the more than two people involved in the championship, I don't know if this is the right spot for Daniel Bryan to try to assert himself into the championship picture.
Not just any spot.
Not a liver spot or a
Atta
dog
boy.
spot.
Atta boy. Not my dog spot.
That's right. Not his
Well,
dog
I don't know if
spot.
you know this or not, Mike, but Daniel Bryan is part of the creative team now.
Really?
He
Okay.
has
Yeah.
been for a while.
So he wrote
him and
himself in.
Edge apparently have creative control on their things. Apparently, like
Well, my
they have a
issue
say
with-
of creative stuff in their contracts.
What's your issue, Mike?
Well, my issue with that is that when you have a straight up match between Edge and Roman Reigns, you would have to think that Edge would be the underdog. Now with Daniel Bryan, those lines get sort of skewed because you think that Edge would have a better chance at the championship if it was against Daniel Bryan. I want to see a legit face in Edge going up against a legit heel in Roman Reigns. And right
Here's your-
now, Daniel Bryan is walking
Here's your
that
swerve for WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan wins at Fastlane.
Okay.
It's Daniel Bryan and Edge at WrestleMania. And then the great one, The Rock, comes back to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
You don't
No,
think
my
they're gonna do
swerve-
that this year?
My swerve was kind of opposite.
I don't
gonna
think it's
be
going to happen,
DB
Tommy. I was just saying
losers.
it'd be cool.
And it ended up being
No,
a
that's
triple
gonna
threat
happen.
at Mania, but
That's
Well,
what
you
I'm
go
saying.
with
It's
that.
going to be a triple threat.
Look, I've
Because
done a couple
look-
threesomes in my life. I don't want no more of that. I've had plenty. I want a one-on-one match. That's all I need.
What the heck? Okay.
Didn't help you a couple hours ago.
Well, that was unfair, Michael.
Uh,
I was just trying to cut loose, have a good time. Sonny, is there anything else out there you didn't like this week?
Shane McMahon and Braun Strowman and the slime.
Yes,
That was
I
so
agree.
dumb,
I thought I was watching Nickelodeon.
right? It was terrible. And
Oh,
why?
and Nickelodeon just did their Kids' Choice Awards, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
it
such
looks
a dumb
funny.
storyline.
Hey, I
All
will
over
say
his
this.
beard, he's slinging it.
I will say
Oh.
this, that Braun Strowman knows a little something about kids. Remember, him and Nicholas was the tag team champions a couple years ago.
Oh, I was at
I
that
remember that.
WrestleMania.
I was there. Let's take a drink for Tommy going somewhere and meeting somebody. Hey. I'm gonna go
New
back
Orleans, baby.
I'm gonna go back to AEW for a con real quick. The Matt Jackson versus Ray Phoenix match last week was quick, fast, in a hurry. But I don't want to see so many big, spectacular moves. They don't mean anything anymore. Save those for a big match. Don't use them for so many false finishes. There was probably 4 or 5 moves in that match. I'm like, oh, that's got to be it. No, they kick out of it. Oh, wow. I mean, it's hard to believe some of the stuff they do anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, the athleticism is bar none. But save them. You ain't got to use every one of them in a match.
John, what's that song that you did once upon a time?
Spot monkeys?
Spot Monkey. That's all that was Spot Monkey in it.
Lyndon, tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, Skip, you ain't wrong, man. I agree, but I mean, to an extent, you got to look at the wrestlers in that match.
Let me get the soundbite
If we're
recorded.
talking about Phoenix, look here, Skip. This is the only time we agreeing on something. This is the only time we agreeing on something. But I mean, you got to look at the star in like Ray Phoenix, because I mean, this guy can do like any and everything. Like, I mean, the moves I see him pull off, I'm like, how does this dude defy gravity? Like, this is ridiculous. I'd try that. I'll end up in a hospital bed. But you know, like you said, there was like too many false finishes, and I mean, the good thing about AEW, like you can, you know, because we've seen this whole ordeal in WWE where they can no longer hit their thigh right to sell the move.
Yeah, and McIntyre's Claymore looked like ass.
It looks weak. I'm sorry. And Vince, I don't know what he's doing or if he's trying to be a part of that council culture.
I got to cut you off before we get too far in the weeds there, Sonny. I know you have, but did you see Matt Hardy's sign on being the elite? No slapping your leg.
While laughing.
Yeah. While laughing.
You can't even do it while laughing. And then poor Christopher Daniels has to go and be the talent relations, well, because he is, and get $500 from Matt Jackson for slapping his leg while laughing.
Kenny Dunn said, like Cornette calls Matt Jackson Road Warrior Buck, kicks out of everything.
Yeah.
He said, can we talk about Jericho landing on a crash pad? It was what it was. I mean,
you can't do nothing about that.
I don't know. I can't defend it if that's what you're wanting me to do. I mean, it would be a good visual for children. I'm like, oh, I killed Jericho. But
yeah,
you know,
you can't defend that.
Yeah, you can't.
No,
yeah, and the cameraman just happened to be at the right spot to catch it.
There you go, put over the camera guy again, Tommy.
Yeah.
Hey, Tommy, do you know that camera guy that shot that by chance?
No, I don't, but let's drink anyway.
Another call from me. Lyndon, you tried to touch on this there a minute ago, but New Day winning the tag team championships for the 11th time. I'm not against the New Day winning the tag team championships, but not right now. Not with how much momentum the Hurt Business has. Right. You finally get Shelton and Cedric on the same page. Bobby Lashley just got the world title last week, and then you have his B players lose their titles.
Yep.
I mean, the only thing I can think of where this would be a pro is if they turn this into a storyline. MVP's concentrating too much on Bobby Lashley doing his thing, and then you have Cedric and Shelton upset with MVP because of this and thing. But like I said, it's too early. You know, let's tell a story. Let's not do this. I mean, it was just last week we got on top of the mountain, and I feel like they're screwing it up already.
Yeah. And see, Skip, that's why I said that it's a pro and a con, because it's a pro that the New Day are now 11-time, WWE Tag Team Champions. And for Kofi, that's like 13, 14. Like,
Kofi needs to go home. Kofi sucks.
Okay? But the con is you took the titles off the Hurt Business way too soon. Like, the Hurt Business having all the titles is what you need right now.
Absolutely, it's a
Like, I
great
get it.
visual.
It's the New Day.
If you're
but
if you got a new
you
fan
just-
switching over channels and they stop on Monday Night Raw, and they see these four men. Heck, you can even say young black men in America, if they're flipping through the channel at the house watching to find something, and they stop on these and they see these older black gentlemen, they got all the gold. How much hope's that gonna give that
Exactly.
guy? You know what I'm saying? But they just,
Yep.
I mean, even though, like I said, I'm with you 100%, Lynn. And I usually don't say that because you're usually wrong, but man, it pisses me off.
They had something to capitalize on, and they failed at it by giving the titles back to New Day instead of keeping it on Shelton and Cedric. Because you look at the Hurt Business, you see them with MVP as that manager, but then they're carrying like the titles on Raw.
Carrying your belts with me, West Virginia.
I mean, so I think that's the fault on the writers and Raw. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got like that 1 week
So,
of
yeah, so that
photo
was
shoots.
Yep.
I don't understand.
So they messed up big time on that. They messed up big.
Yeah. And then to have AJ and the I can't think of the guy's name. Almost just come in and we're going to challenge you. So I mean, it sets up a thing for WrestleMania. They hadn't had the belts 30 seconds.
And even man, I could go on and on about this. That really pisses me off. Because every time I try to give the WWE the benefit of the doubt, usually it's this time of the year, they do something like this, and I'm just like, it makes no sense whatsoever. You had such a great thing going. If you guys remember, Lyndon and Mike, I don't know if you guys was on the show at that time or not, but Sonny and Tommy, I'm sure you guys remember weeks ago, I said, Bobby Lashley needs to be in the main event at WrestleMania. That's the best wrestler they got on Raw right now. And they did it. They finally pulled the trigger.
Yep.
And
but they gave him a bad opponent to do it with, though.
Yep. But the thing with WWE, and I think this is more Vince than anything, he waits too long to pull the trigger on something.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I say I think Vinnie Mac is so out of touch today with being behind the scenes.
Mike Durbin said the smoke behind me looks awesome. That's because I want to smoke, Mike. You got this old sapsucker, Mike Wills, stole my belt there at the beginning of the show. Running around
and
like
the
he's a
steam
champion.
is running off his ears. He's so mad. There's the real smoke. There's the real smoke for you, John Covey Cole.
You got Adam in the chat here talking about Wangland. Wangland's not here anymore. You still got to come in here and drop his name. He's not here anymore. Let it go, man. We don't. I told you guys a long time ago, the views and opinions of John Wangland don't necessarily represent the views of the Royal Ramble. You want to come in and talk wrestling like I told you a long time ago, man, you're more than welcome. But that's about as far as we're going to go with that.
Look here.
Yes, Tommy. Yes, Tommy.
Right,
Tommy, yes. I just no-sold your bullshit smoke comments. So shut up.
What? It was smart, John Covey Cole.
Another con I had, I thought it was very, 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 very stupid. Last night on Raw, you had Mandy and Dana cutting up with Naomi and Lana before their match. And R-Truth comes in and they're doing all this and that. And then Mandy and Dana have a match with Naomi and Lana. Why are you sitting here cutting up with these girls when you're getting ready to have a fight with these girls? I mean, it don't make any sense. It's lazy writing, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. What about
not something new, guys. It's not new.
What was you gonna say,
This
Tom?
is something that's been happening.
Yeah, let's buy Reggie stuff that he already owns.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
that was bad, Tommy. I didn't even want to talk about it.
It was bad.
Yeah,
Wait, this is the cons part. Yeah, this is the cons part of the show.
I do think that it is quite a visual, imagining Nia and Reggie getting loose with each other. You know what I'm saying? Liza's a
I
big
mean,
old
weren't
girl.
they about to do that with Enzo and Nia?
They was going to, and Enzo got in trouble and had to roll
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, you should have tipped the stripper. That's all I gotta say.
Well, sometimes you don't tip them.
Yeah.
Man, look at it like this. I can tell you the next month is going to be an interesting month because we got a whole week of WWE.
Yep.
A whole freaking week. 2 nights of NXT.
And we didn't even
And then
mention
2 nights of
NXT
WrestleMania.
having the coronavirus, so it's hard to tell how many people's going to be able to wrestle.
And,
didn't mention
I was kind of confused
We
that they're
didn't
doing a
mention-
2-night.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need that, I don't think. And we didn't
You
mention
don't need 2 nights for
Karrion
NXT.
Kross, Finn Balor last week, nose to nose. That's going to be phenomenal.
That's going to be a good match because Karrion going for a belt he never technically lost. And then what Finn Balor's
Fair
been
enough.
doing since his resurgence
Oh, wow. Hang on a second.
in
Hang on a second.
NXT.
Got some breaking news right here on the Royal Ramble that I think is amazing. Kenny Dunn said he's late, but his pro isn't from wrestling this week. Got his son full time now as of yesterday. I don't know the
That's what's up,
situation,
sir.
Kenny, but good job, old man.
Congrats, Kenny.
Good job.
Yay.
Congrats, brother.
Oh, look,
That
Michael
makes
Lee
me
Wills. Michael Lee Wills, the people's champion, done beat me to the chat and said congrats. What the heck, Mike?
I'm representing the brand, man.
Represent.
Just represent
Yeah.
the brand.
And he sent him a nice picture of him in the belt.
I'm
autograph.
gonna give you this shirt, guys. Take his belt off his fold.
Hey, do you think I'd want that shirt when I got this one?
You can have this one too, Tommy. 2 shirts are better than one. 2 shirts and 1 cup. Anybody knows that.
Shoot, I'd
Jeez.
have to cut it to let it fit me.
No, John already wore it.
So I had to try it on, make sure it fits somebody.
All right.
Sonny, you got any more cons this week?
Not really.
Tommy, what about you?
Yeah, that shirt, if I wore it, it'd be big man in a small shirt.
This is the Tommy size shirt. I don't know what you want from me. Lyndon, you got any more cons?
Only one I had would probably be I ended up watching AEW Elevation last night, and so
Oh, did that start this week?
and I watched it last night. It was actually really good.
Bunch of
The
jobbers
main
or
event,
what?
The main event with Maki Ito and Rio.
Oh yeah, she's in my
I
cons too.
wasn't-
She needs to go back to Japan. Strong style my ass.
She is.
That's what I read.
Actually,
She is.
she is going back to Japan.
Yep.
Actually, so she's going back.
Good.
But that I think they could have went with another, main event besides, Maki
You
and
know what I think
Rio.
of whenever they announce her?
She sings her own.
I don't
entrance song.
remember the song right off. Maya-hee, Maya-ha, Maya-ho.
Oh my
That's what I think of when I start talking about Maya.
Or playing the
But,
ukulele or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I mean, other than that, I think what they're doing with Elevation is, I feel like with that show they're trying to put on the lesser talent.
It's a Sunday
That's
night
not
heat.
like
man.
on the main. Basically, it's like what we have with Sunday Night Heat, which I think WWE should at some point consider bringing that back to watch Sunday Heat. Bring that back because I remember watching that a lot as a kid, along with Velocity on Saturdays. They just need to bring that back. But
You showing your age now. I'm thinking Superstars and let's see, what was another one?
hey, man, look, I'm a young book, but I remember my shows good, man. I remember my shows, but I think it's going good, but I think they could have done a better main event than what they had. So that was my
Real
only
quick
downfall
before
with
we go,
Elevation.
guys, Kenny Dunn wants to know when is the latest you had to sign up for Peacock stuff to get the WWE Network subscribers deal. I'm not sure, Kenny. Anybody else know that?
Me either. Nope, I am not sure on that one.
Mike, you got any more cons?
Sure don't.
That's exactly right. That's what you need to say. You just sit over and shut your mouth. I'm really upset with you, man. I thought we was friends.
We're still friends.
We're
I'm
not
sorry.
friends. Friends don't let friends steal titles.
you get the very
wrestle
next
drunk.
championship opportunity. How about that?
Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
You
That's what I
want
said,
you want the
Lyndon. Pay attention.
you want the championship? Here it is. You are first in line.
You didn't say that though.
I'm not sure what Chris is talking about, Tommy, but she said I just did last week. What did you
She
do
signed
last
up
week?
for Peacock.
Oh,
She signed
probably
up for Peacock last
stuff.
week.
For
Yeah,
Peacock,
she did
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna sign up
I
for.
just need to see. I just see how much that is.
I think it's like $250 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, for if you do it now and pay $10, you'll get it for 4 months for $250 a piece. So you pay the $10, you don't have to worry about paying for it for 4 months.
Wow, Tommy.
Looks like I'm
Tommy,
using-
thank you so much for the math there, buddy. We appreciate that. That's almost
Looks
as
like
good
I'm
as
using
Steiner
that-
math.
That's like I'm using that stimulus check.
I'll tell you what.
That's right.
The chances of me watching the WWE after WrestleMania is there's like a 33 and a third percent chance, and then you put in AEW Revolution, then that's another 25%.
Don't forget New Japan.
Yeah, don't get New
No,
Japan.
they
That's
ain't
a
getting
0
no
chance
percent.
for him anyway. I was
get
gonna
New
say,
Japan now.
I know the chances of that because I know where you'll be half the time. So
Where am I?
Would you watch the new Impact pay-per-view, given that the main event would be Kenny Omega versus Rich Swann for the titles?
You know,
I'll tell
that
you
was
what.
my other
I'll tell you what. If they put the Impact title on Kenny Omega,
They are. He's doing
It's
a belt
happening.
collector. If you guys haven't paid attention, he's doing a belt collector thing. Why do you think Kota Ibushi is trying to unify the titles in New Japan? And it's not a coincidence. New Japan, Impact, and AEW all kind of doing this like little thing going on. Trust me, Kenny about to do a belt collector.
I'm tired of it already. They're like, show me your PP, I'll show you my PP. Here's my PP. Here's mine. You want to see my PP? Yeah, show me your PP. It's stupid. They need to be.
No, but it
No,
makes
it's
sense.
more
Though.
like
It makes sense though.
But I will say this, even though I'm shitting all over it, if Kenny Omega was to show up at WrestleMania and take out Bobby Lashley somehow, I would geek out so hard.
Yeah, that would never happen.
No, it wouldn't.
No.
But I'm just saying.
That would never happen. I'm sorry. I would love to see it, but that would never happen.
Kenny Dunn says Kenny Olivier, a.k.a. McFingerbang.
that's what Cornette
Yeah.
calls him.
That whole 69 thing with him and Don Callis on
Yeah.
AEW,
Oh,
I'm
that
like,
was
really
stupid.
Kenny. I'm like, really,
Yeah.
Kenny? I'm like, dude, come on.
I'm trying to get excited about Kenny Omega. I really am, but I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I
But
was
that's the
excited-
thing with Kenny. There's no boundary with him. He likes to play into all that stuff. And I
He
think
does.
it just hasn't been shown enough on North American television. For people to
This
really
is why
get
they
that.
call him. This is why they call him the best bout machine.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
But it was bad when he did the 69 thing, and then he pops up and he's talking about getting grade school and detention grade school, whatever. I mean, it was a
Basically,
bad
this
and
is-
he looked good.
This is like the side of Kenny Omega that you didn't see, like you saw in New Japan. I think he's kind of
Right.
just like coming out of that now, and so it's like this Kenny Omega that you're seeing. If you've watched him in New Japan or any other thing, you know this is Kenny Omega.
Yeah, he's cutting loose.
Yeah.
Like this is
He
him
was
cutting
all
loose. Like this is
serious,
him. Like this is him
Yeah.
cutting loose. Like hey,
the
look,
feeling
me-
the feeling I get in my body when you and Sonny talk about Impact is the feeling I'm getting right now about you hearing you talk about Kenny Omega and his New Japan. This is Kenny Omega. Well, if this is Kenny Omega in New Japan, I don't want it. Okay, sorry.
No, it's
Not
not
sorry.
Well, the Finn Balor that you're seeing in NXT right now is a Finn Balor.
I
we
don't
saw in
watch
New
NXT.
Japan.
I ain't got time for
That's
that shit.
Prince Devitt. That's Prince Devitt. Same dude
Yeah.
he was then is
Hold on.
right now in NXT.
Hold on. Did you just say Prince DeVee? I've always called him Prince Devitt. Is that
There's-
DeVee?
Yeah, I think it's either Devitt or Devitt. It's either one, but like
Yeah.
Lennon
he
over here trying
reverted
to
back to
sound
his old
fancy.
New Japan days.
You've been watching too many
Tomatoes,
Reginald
tomatoes.
promos with all your fancy pronunciations over there.
Man, look at it. Don't get me started on Reginald with this.
Sonny,
fake French
tell us about
accent.
your new podcast, buddy.
Well, I'm finally
great.
on my own. I am spreading my wings. As you can see, I'm going to be doing Sunny Salem sessions. Of course, I'm still going to be doing wrestling, my Being the Elite, my Impact reviews weekly, as well as any specials. But I'm also going to open it a little bit up to include some mental health, some mental illness stuff, music, pop culture, magic,
I know a couple
tarot.
people that used to be on this show that could use some help with mental health.
Okay, send them my way then. Right now, I'm on Anchor and I'm also on Spotify, but I'll be moving into other platforms very soon.
Very cool. Good on you. Hope that works out for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
I listened to the first episode. I liked it. It was great. Great review of Impact. So
Thank
it was
you.
good. Liked it.
Landon over here. That's a great review. Let's talk.
It was.
Good one. It was a good show. Sound like Tommy over there. I'm just happy to be here. Just glad to be here.
Thank you, Linda.
Look here.
Tommy?
I'm supporting.
You got any final thoughts before we go? Actually, before you do that, I forgot to tell you guys next week on the show, I'm excited. We're going to be discussing who did The Undertaker have the best feud with. The reason we're doing that.
Didn't we just mention these tonight?
The reason we're doing that next week is because next Wednesday is The Undertaker's birthday. So that's why we're doing that next week. Next week on the show, who did The Undertaker have the best feud with? I'm excited. Once again, I expect people to have pretty much the same answer.
I'm pretty sure we talked about like two of them tonight.
Probably so.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Probably so.
Our psyche, I
guess.
guess.
We talked about them.
We've been here long enough. Tommy won't shut up and let nobody else talk. He just talks the whole show. I mean, he was even talking over Lyndon tonight. This is ridiculous, Tommy.
What?
You got any final thoughts before we go, bud?
I am just happy to be here.
Of course you are, Tommy.
No, but yeah, if you guys got Fight TV, check us out. Eddie Kingston Grindhouse, 2:00, Rock Hill, South Carolina. Rock Hill Gymnasium.
Yeah, it's a gymnasium. It's not Rock Hill, South Carolina, Tommy.
Yeah.
It's not even my freaking show, and I can cut the promo better than you can.
Well, thank you, John. I very much appreciate it, sir.
Rock Hill show, Eddie, North Carolina, Kingston, Lana. It's going to be great. Thanks, Matt. Lyndon, you got any final thoughts?
Won't let us work.
No final
That's
thoughts.
why we got to go to
kind of looking forward to next week's topic because there were some great feuds Undertaker had. So definitely looking forward to that. Also, I'll just make my plug here, guys. If you can, go check out Life with Lyndon podcast. We have our first 2 episodes up. We're streaming on Spotify. You can also go like us on our page as well. We just did an episode recording this past weekend on Conspiracy Theories Part 1. So that'll be dropping here next month. And then we're also about to start recording on our next episode, which is military. And then after that, we're talking about mental health.
Hey,
Lyndon,
from the guys Lyndon, I don't know if you know this or not, but your Royal Ramble champion over there, he knows a little something about military. So if you need a little bit of inside knowledge there, that's your guy.
Sure.
I might have to get Mike on there on that episode for it.
Lyndon, I'm telling you, bro, I got a shirt right here for you.
Oh dear.
Shirt.
JCC, we'll talk about this next week on here. Don't worry, we'll talk about it next week. We'll come up with the plan. All right, Skip, we'll come up with the plan.
All right, I like it.
So we can get your title back. All right, Skip.
I like it.
But I mean, other than that, that's it, guys. But yeah, just go follow Life with Lyndon on Spotify. We're getting to the thick of our episodes. So yeah.
Mike Wells, before I give you your final thoughts, Christopher says, and I quote, "I'm about to come over there and take that belt. You better watch your back, man."
Ooh, you better sleep with one eye open.
Wow. It's getting interesting. I missed.
I don't know if I'd go sneaking up on the guy whose expertise is military. I'm just going to say.
Well, that's what I'm going to do to the daggone guy. I'll tell you something right now I'm going to do to him.
Well, good luck to you.
No risk it, no biscuit.
I already say he already did guerrilla warfare on you there, buddy.
Shut up, Tommy. Ain't nobody talking to you right now. The adults are talking.
I love that comment. Oh man, I love that.
I don't know why everybody's so mean to me. I'm just on here trying to have a good time, trying to come up here, do wrestling talk, and y'all just being mean to me.
See, now I gotta go by Stephen. Now I gotta go by Stephen A. Smith, and I don't want to. I like being Uncle Shay.
Yeah. Now you're going to talk bad about the Cowboys, right?
I would never talk bad about the Cowboys.
Unmarried, ready to go. Yeah.
No, I would never talk bad about the Cowboys. That's America's team right there.
Oh, let's not get started on that football chatter. This is the wrong ramble for that shit. Mike Wills, you got any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Yes, sir. Not trying to break kayfabe, not trying to break fourth wall, but in all seriousness and sincerity, I do want to thank each and every one of y'all for this opportunity to come out here and share this time with y'all tonight. I really do appreciate it. I've been such a fan of wrestling for so many years. I've been a friend or a fan of John Covey Cole for many, many years.
You ain't a friend, you jerk.
I appreciate the opportunity that was afforded to me by John Covey Cole. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say anything about, listen, guys, we couldn't do any of this at all if we weren't in this great country of ours. God bless the USA. And I always got to give it up to my Lord and Savior, Jesus. Yep. And I got to give it up to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, guys.
Amen to that, brother.
Amen, brother. Absolutely. I'm right there with you. Love this, man.
I appreciate what you've done. I appreciate your military havings. I appreciate you helping me learn more about Jesus Christ. But I don't appreciate you taking my belt, you jerk.
I still love you, John.
I'm not going to say it back, okay? Because you don't love people that take belts from people.
Should have went for the wine instead of the beer, John. Should have went for the wine.
I ain't no wino, Tommy.
Well, he's been whining all night.
He has been whining all night.
That's right.
Kobe!
I'm out of here. I can't take this anymore. Tommy, take it home.
All right.
Come on.
And be sure to join us next week. Yeah, come on, Skip. Come on. Be sure to join us next week as we talk about The Undertaker's greatest feuds. For John Covey Cole, Lyndon Childress, Mike Wills, Sonny Salem, I am Tommy Thomason, and we'll see you next week on the Royal Ramble.
Ramble on!
Ramble on.